on, you guys?
It's Zach.
Yep, and I'm Toby. And today we will be talking about. What will we be talking about, Zach?
Michigan versus Wisconsin.
Zach has no idea what we're talking about. We are not talking about Michigan versus Wisconsin. Maybe I'll make a video about that later. But we are talking about the vaccine. Just because a lot of news has come up during media day about it. And I have my opinion. Zach, I'm guessing, has his opinions. I don't know what his opinions are, but we'll talk about it. So just an overall, a generalization of it. You're having players who are saying they don't want the vaccine, and some of these players pretty much need to get the vaccine to at least play in half their games. In New York and San Francisco, there are city mandates, which means the league has no power to say, nope, sorry, we're not going to listen to this, because it's the city, and the league is, yep, you got it, the team's in the city, right? So they have to listen to these mandates, and if they don't, they just can't play, and they're going to lose their money. And this is a situation we haven't had before in the NBA, because we haven't had a COVID-19 pandemic like this since the NBA started, and it's very, very interesting because there are odd things about it. Like Kyrie Irving can't play in Brooklyn because he's unvaccinated, but then Zion Williamson could travel to Brooklyn and play. That doesn't make sense, but that's the rules. So Zach, I just want to know your opinion on: do you think that all players should be vaccinated?
I mean, I think it's easy to be vaccinated. The city mandates that the players should be vaccinated. I think all the players should be. It's easy. Take 2 shots and you're done. I don't really understand the reason not to take the vaccine.
Okay. Look, I get if people have their opinions, and you can't force people to get the vaccine, but at the same time, you can't be upset for people that are upset at you for not getting the vaccine, because it's a business, and you're expected to, do your job. And if you're not doing your job, or doing it at doing it 50% by only playing 50% of the games, it's not fair to the team that has invested their time and effort into you. And obviously, look, it's again, it's your choice. No one can tell you what to do. No one can force you to get it, right? But it's tough because look at Wiggins. What is Wiggins gonna do now? It's not like teams are dying to get him. It's true. Teams aren't dying to get this man, and he has a good spot in with the Warriors. But if he is he's the one player that's tried for the religious exemption. Like he's actually trying to do anything in his power to not get the vaccine.
I don't. Well, how is he gonna get a religious exemption? It doesn't make any sense.
Talk to Andrew Wiggins. He tried it. The NBA said no. The only thing you have to know is the NBA said no. And what does that mean? It seems like he really doesn't want to get it. I guess he will get it if he has to. But I think overall,
I don't know. I don't feel bad for any of these guys. They make millions of dollars. Take 2 shots. It's easy.
You don't got to feel bad for them. But I think it's just a very interesting thing to think about because, again,
it's dumb.
It's a topic that hasn't been covered in the NBA because it hasn't there hasn't been something like this before. But also, it's not even just like, all right, these players aren't going to play. It's throughout the season, how is it going to affect the locker room?
Kyrie's out here liking posts on Instagram about vaccines controlling your mind and crazy stuff like that. So.
Well, yeah, that's Kyrie though. But I just think it's going to be very interesting to see throughout the year how these locker rooms change because of this. Because look, at the end of the day, we're all humans. We have our own beliefs, and if there are 14 people in the locker room that are vaccinated and feel good, and this one person doesn't, it's gonna cause some changes in the locker room. It's just facts, good or bad. It's gonna cause changes. You can't be with people inside eating dinner together. That's gonna be awkward when you're the one guy out, sitting by yourself at a table. While everyone else is talking about the game plan for tomorrow. It's tough, right? And there's there's no right answer. You get it. I mean, for me, the right answer is getting the vaccine and just listening. That's the easiest thing. But again, you can't be like, yo, you have to get it. You try to explain to these people like, okay, this is why you get it. It's not like it's protection. It's not a big shield around you. Like you can still get the virus. It makes you having the disease go quicker and less severe, and it's better.
Spread too.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think it'll be something that will be talked about throughout the season because we dealt with actual COVID for the last 2 seasons with there aren't fans and we got to spread out, but now it's all right, now there's a shot that people aren't taking that kind of need to take.
I feel like this channel is becoming too political, Toby.
Too political. I think this is my first political video ever. And I haven't really talked politics. I'm just talking facts. Don't you think?
I guess you're speaking facts.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, Zach, do you have any other words? I don't know.
I don't have to say much. Getting the vaccine's easy. There's not a lot of reasons not to take it, so I don't really understand the dilemma a lot of players are going through.
My primary focus, on the situation at hand, is just the fact that, all right, how are these relationships going to change, and how is it going to affect not the NBA? Because obviously, teams are going to be good, teams are going to be bad. It doesn't matter what happens at the end of the day in the season, but the connections that these players have, another, how is that going to be affected by this, ideology of if you should get the vaccine or not, right? Kevin Durant, Kyrie, they're friends, but what if Kyrie's like, yo, Kev, like I really, and obviously I don't think anything's going to actually affect it, but there could always be a situation where it's like, Kev's like, yo, Kyrie, so you're going to get the vaccine, right? And then Kyrie's like, nah, B. And then Kev's like, whoa,
Kyrie's getting the vaccine.
You know what I mean? Then
No way.
Kevin's like, yo, like we've been working for this championship, you're my best friend, but come on, man. So you just never know, and I think it could honestly, and I would not be surprised if there are certain teams that truly get affected by just locker room chemistry and just the vaccine and people, battling their beliefs with that. But yeah, that's it, guys. See you in the next one.
We out.
Yeet.